Assalamualaikum and good day. Today, I would like to present about lecture 12. It means we will get in the last lecture for the earth distribution for this semester. So we will talk about the standard, yeah, uh, and then what the limit, and then what the achievement should be to be achieved, yeah, in the designing for air distribution. So actually this code and this standard will be guide us, assist us to achieve something designing that need to uh, achieve, yeah. uh, so this one will be assist us not only for the engineer but also for the customer, our client, yeah. How to get this one is uh, good or is under uh, standard. So we will present the designing standard that will be like a dealing within the a client and then with the contractor. So mean that this will be dealing within us, yeah, to get to achieve something that need to be a good or under a law in the designing, yeah. So let's check what we have here. Yeah, in the last lecture class for this semester. Yeah, so we will touch about this one. Yeah, like present in the slide. We have introduction, building codes requirements, SHRAE standard that cover on SHRAE number 90.1 dash 2007, and also in the ASHRAE standard at 62.1, yeah, dash 2007. Okay, let's check. Yeah. Okay, Tuli, in the introduction, we describe us why we need, why we requirement to uh, uh, including, yeah, involving the standard in our designing, yeah. So national, state, and local codes and standard are used for protect people and property from hazard, dangers, or six building. So we will try, yeah, to make, yeah, to create the to building, yeah, the building, yeah, to avoid in the under sick condition, and then in the danger condition. So we'll try to avoid that condition. So the standard will be guide us, assist us to be good in the designing, and for not for building itself, but also for the protect people, occupant, and so on. So this one actually not only for the engineer itself, but also for the client to guide us, to assist us. If they are claim something happen in the designing, they will follow the standard, right? Okay, a code is a regulation or minimum requirement. The code didn't specify how to build a building, but laid out the consequences of the not building well. So actually, the code is something, yeah, will be guide us under protection. What the standard will be involving inside that code. Like I present in the previous slide, yeah, with the HDD code, yeah, what the standard is there, yeah, if we go to other standard like the ESTM standard, they have also several code for other condition of engineering design. Let's say for maybe in the tensile testing, they have a certain code, and also with the flexural testing and other maybe not for the NDT or also non-destructive tests. They also have a own code. Yeah. A standard is an accepted reference or practice. Yeah. More explanation about how to do. Yes. Actually, engineer also already done about the research, and then the knowledge can be shared how to good in the designing and guide us to protect people and also building. And then with the experience, they give the limitation, and then they give the provide the condition in under dangerous or not, anything. Code and standard ensure HAZBAC equipment is built and installed safely, and that every effort is made to protect people from HAZBAC hazard. Yeah. A code tells you what you need to do, and standard tell you how to do it. So the code will be guide us for information what covering that code in the engineering field. So let's say, I mentioned before, for tensile code, in STM they have a numbering, and then while the numbering I mentioned a state, then we know that cover on that testing. So how we conduct the testing? So the standard will be explained, from A to Z, from starting preparation until to finish the testing and how to collect the data. And then this one we call this standard. And then the code will be mentioned about the covering cover topic. The topic will cover that part. So the based on the code, then will be followed by the method. There are many professional associations, organizations over all the world give significant instruction and have a right to evaluate and grant international certificate. So the famous association or organization are as follows, like the NFPA, National Fire Protection Association. In this one, this code, this standard is under HAZBAC designing. So actually, a much number of the standard in the engineering, not this one, but this one is famous of familiar with the HAZBAC designing standard. So we can see next is FWBC, Firework Building Construction, ISO, International Standard Organization. This one is maybe ISO is more than the how to organize something. It's not the can be applied in the engineering, but actually more in the managing system. Okay. And then next, ASCE, American Society of Civil Engineering, ASHRAE, American Society of Heating, Refrigerating, and Air Conditioning Engineering. So actually, even though the standard will be mentioned on the civil engineering, but the HAZBAC system will be related to the architect and the civil engineering, because we attach our designing to the building. That's why we relate to the civil or architect standard. And then ME, American Society of Mechanical Engineering, because this one is also, SME will be related to our work. Yeah? What we conduct in the HVAC design will be related to the mechanical work like fan, yeah, a compressor, and so on, yeah, what that relate to mechanical work. DSM, Department of Standard of Malaysia, and the NC, American National Standard Institute. Yeah. So actually, when we some maybe will be used in certain HVAC designing, but not all. Some will be got maybe 2 or 3 standard involving inside our designing. Okay, this one is the logo, so you can recognize by the logo also. Okay, actually they have like for example ISO. If we pass the ISO, they will be allow use the logo into our organization. So, for example, maybe we work in the certain company under HVAC design, and then we will ask the ISO, what if you have allow to use your ISO, then the ISO will be asked if you pass our standard, and then we will evaluate, yeah, to your company, and then if you pass, and then we will be allowed to use our logo in certain time, duration time. So, and then they will check again, audit, and then if still have good performance, still can maintain our performance, then they will extend for the using ISO in our company. Okay, building code requirement. A building code or building control is a set of rules that specify the minimum standard for constructed object such as building and non-building structure. So that one is building code. So when the building is construct, they have some part, yeah, a difficult part, and then some is a normal part, and then we will give the code, and this code will be passed in the standard. So every code will be give explanation. So they will put in that code, and then we will pass the standard, and then will be served by HVAC. Then when we follow up, when handover from the civil engineering pass to our work, our job to the HVAC design, and then we will give pass to the code. That code will be tell anything about inside the building. Yeah, so then we can design a careful, follow the standard, yeah, based on the coding given by the civil, and then we try to design by proper structure, anything. The main purpose of building code is to protect public health, safety, and general welfare as they relate to the construction and occupancy of the buildings and structure. The building code become law of the particular authority when formally endorsed by the appropriate governmental or private authority. So this one is very careful to understanding the code, because the code will be tell anything information regarding to the designing. So requirement of building code. The building code contain a range of requirements. The most significant of this are follow building industry law, such as the Fair Work, Building Industry Act 2012, and the Fair Work Act 2009. So this one is based on the civil engineering standard. So mean that if we design in the 2-story or 1-story, mean that should be past the civil engineering standard. So when the civil engineering design for the other purpose like the industry, they're more difficult. Some part maybe for the worker, some part is for machine, some part for the chemical work. That should be understand in the standard of civil engineering standard for allow in the chemical work condition, for the occupancy, for the worker, anything. If we design that part for the office, and then what standards will be passed for the civil engineering design. So when they hands over to HAZVAC, you should be understand that code, and then we can design the purpose of the HAZVAC design. Or are the relevant legislation, including the Competition and Consumer Act 2010. So anything will be standard will be upgraded by year. If they want found something new in the designing, what they do, they will be create this new standard. That's why they have year of the standard. Sometimes they improve or update of the standard, and then they will be giving the year that the publish of the standard. So we should be update the standard because they have something new there. If they provide the new or update the standard. Comply with the all court decisions, instruction, and guidelines. So actually, if you have read the standard, they will provide the instruction there, how to design, how to conduct the standard. So they will guide us A to Z. Sometimes maybe we need to take more time to understand the standard, and then sometimes we can ask the standard. If you don't understand, they will be provide the standard with the training also. Actually, standard with the code number 90.1-2007 will be discussed about energy. So it's an energy standard for building except low-rise residential building. So if we refer to the HRA standard with this number, this code number, so mean that will be cover about the energy, when we design the HAZVAC. And then also as a standard in this code also 90.1 is a new edition of the standard, has several new features and includes change resulting from the continuous maintenance proposal from the public, including all of the addenda to standard 90.1-2004. So see, when they upgrade something new inside of the standard, they will be give the latest one, improvement from the previous standard. So mean if we follow the standard with the year 2004, maybe some part still not covered yet, compared to the latest one like the 2007. So maybe at the moment they they will be still the novelty, something introduce new something, contribution, still maybe until 2007. And then if they found something, yeah, found something new, yeah, in their designing, yeah, in the related to the regarding to energy, then it will be update later by year. The purpose of this standard is to provide minimum requirement for the energy efficient design of building, except low-rise residential building. Except, this one is for maybe huge or big building designing. Actually, standard still 90.1 in 2007 provides a minimum energy efficient requirement for the design and construction of one, new buildings and their system, and second one, new portions of buildings and their system, and the last is a new system and equipment in the existing buildings, and criteria for determining compliance with this requirement. Yeah, actually, this one is for what the topic, yeah, or field cover under a standard code 90.1-2007. And then if we go to the other code in the ASHRAE standard, like 92.1-2007, so NC or ASHRAE standard, yeah, in 62.1 on 2007 is the latest edition of the standard. It applies to all spaces intended for human occupancy except those within single family houses, multifamily structure of 3 stories or for fewer above grade vehicle and aircraft. This one is for small size of the building. So will be covered for small size. And then for 90.1 is for bigger building. The standard defines a requirement for ventilation and air cleaning system design, air quality, installation, commissioning, and operation and maintenance. So this one is covered for ventilation, yeah, and cleaning system design. So different to 90.1 is more the energy efficiency. Yeah, this one is for ventilation or ventilation and air cleaning system design. Yeah. Okay, under this standard, yeah, this one is published to the clarify dehumidification analysis requirement and offer exception to the 95% RH, yeah, limit requirement, relative humidity limit requirement, and to the net positive intake airflow requirement. So whatever relate to the air distribution like the RH, and then the air flow, this one is cover is under 65%. Yeah, and then the second one, correct occupant category inconsistencies and provide additional information for several occupancy categories. Yeah, and then what else? Update references and clarifies the text, particularly as related to subjective evaluation of air quality. They relate to the air quality. And then fourth, update information to be consistent with the US or EPA National Ambient Air Quality Standard. Yeah, so we'll follow that one. So the quality air will be follow this one. Include a new informative appendix that summarize the documentation requirement in the body of the standard, thus providing a single point of reference for users. And then the last, require proper design for building. So when we cover this one, this standard, yeah, code only 62, but very complicated. Yeah, actually the parameter to measure whether this will be achieved or not achieve the standard. So at least a much parameter we can measure, yeah, and then we need to complete the like the form, and then we need to measure, yeah. Maybe we need to sometime to measure for the 62, and then after that, and then we can move to the other standard by the form. Then we need to sometime to measure, yeah, and fulfill the form. Okay, that's all for today. And then please submit your attendance task. Yeah, please during in uh, uh, class. Yeah, during the lecture class. Mean that from the uh, from the starting the class until to the finish. So I will give the 2 hours, yeah, to complete your task for considering your attendance. Thank you and good day.